Aloha, and welcome to Healing Ways with Kayla Ray. I'm here today to talk with you about emotional control and emotional awareness. Some mornings I'm not really sure what I want to talk about. In fact, some days I don't do a video because I literally am not sure what wisdom I have to bring to things or what I even want to say. And so the universe so graciously keeps bringing me lessons in my own life to share with you. As frustrating as that is, I know that's one of the best ways to discuss things, is to really feel them ourselves and be able to communicate them. So thank you, universe. So today I was brought a lesson and a thing to talk about, which was very lovely and also irritating at the same time. And that's the discussion of emotional control. For those of us who find ourselves in this path of what we might want to call enlightenment or spiritual growth, we want to be able to be in control of ourselves, to have that full awareness of us, to be able to manage our own thoughts, our reactions. Our goal is to be this like Zen Buddha type person, which is a completely lovely goal, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, it's a long process, and we also live in this world of intense duality. And it's an everyday, go through the regular motions of life kind of process. We can't just stop our whole lives to have that experience. We have to do it within the now, within the nitty-gritty of everyday life. So in that process, it's not going to be perfect. And sometimes I think to myself, I don't know if that 100% entire control is what we're really aiming for right now. Because oftentimes we need to check ourselves before we're able to let go. We need to actually look at all the lessons, get through all of our lessons in our schooling before we graduate, right? So as much as we want to graduate and be done with all that negativity, all the intensity, all that which brings us down, we can't just sort of let it go. You need to pass the lessons first. And there are things our body is communicating with us in all of these emotions. So, point being, going back to what happened to me today. Today I'm doing a group and we're discussing emotional intelligence. Yay! It was really quite fun and it's great, and I have actually a really cool article I'll try and link below that talks about people with emotional intelligence and things they don't do. And usually I don't like backwards negative logic things, but these were just really good tips. And I actually have to go back to that and look at it again because there was definitely lessons on there for me. And one of them said that people with emotional intelligence, here, let me grab it again. They don't associate composure with emotional intelligence. And that's lovely. It means we don't always have to 100% need to be in control, to be aware, to be understanding ourselves, to be working towards management and relationships with others. We don't have to be entirely in control at every moment because our emotions are teaching us. So in that vein, I lost composure just a little bit today. There was a frustrating moment. I was giving my control over to my emotions and a distraction in the class. And I became so frustrated, I sent the person out because I was just done with it. And I saw myself just totally get engulfed in that feeling for the moment. And after the situation happened, it was such a quick thing, I felt really down on myself. It was a really big bummer, like, why did I have to go there? Did I have to make that into a scene? Did it have to become a thing? And so I had to check myself afterwards. And I realized there are reasons that emotion came up. There are reasons that's happening. There's something it's telling me. Emotions don't come up for no reason. They have something they're communicating with you. So yeah, we're all going to lose it every once in a while. That's okay. It's not about being perfect. This path is by no means about being perfect. In fact, it's noticing when we can't reach that and really checking in with ourselves. So you're going to lose it. You're going to buy over to those emotions. Somebody's going to say something and you're going to snap sometimes. And it's about when that happens, what you do with it. So afterwards, I sat in my office for a little bit and I just focused on my body, felt where I felt the feeling in my body, asked that body part what's going on. I asked the emotion, what is it trying to bring me? What is it trying to teach me? And oh, sure enough, was it trying to teach me? Anger, just like every other emotion, has its positive aspect. It's trying to tell me something. And anger is an action emotion. It's trying to bring me to action, to do something about something that's frustrating me. There's something that isn't right. And yeah, it may be from an old belief that I have, and that may not be serving me. But unless I engage the emotion when I'm ready, in a place where I'm checking in with myself, as opposed to letting it control me, but when I check in with that emotion, I can ask it, what are you teaching me? Where are you in my body? What are you trying to communicate? And what do you need me to know? Because it wants me to know something. It wants me to do something. And today it was wanting me to know there was something about the way that group is gone or the way my work is going that is irritating to me. It's frustrating. And it wants me to do something about that instead of just living with it, placating, pushing down those feelings. And so I really need to examine that. And so I can thank that feeling for coming up. It's a teachable moment. It's teaching me it's okay not to be perfect, and that there are still things in my life to look at. Beliefs, there are still propellants, things I need to change. And so without that experience today, I wouldn't have checked in, and I wouldn't be really contemplating what it is that I need to change. So don't be so quick to just cast aside your negative emotions. Allow yourself to really feel them when they come up. It's not all about positivity. On the path to spiritual awakening and our path to really understanding ourselves and bettering ourselves, we'd like it all to be positivity. It can't be. Positivity isn't always our greatest teacher. So when a negative emotion comes up, allow yourself to feel it. Know that it's okay, and that's a really big part of this path. There's a lesson there, and try your best to extract it. Go into your body, feel the feeling, ask yourself the lesson, acknowledge it, and then you can move on. But until then, you haven't learned the lesson and you're not listening to yourself. So please, don't dog on yourself or feel bad about yourself for having those negative emotions. Feel blessed, feel thankful that the universe has given you one more experience, one more opportunity to check in with you and to really grow to the next higher height. So I encourage you really to check in with yourself when you have those negative emotions. Thank the body for all that it's giving you. Learn your lessons, and then you can move on. Negative emotions can be a blessing. So thank you for listening to Day's Healing Ways, and until next time, aloha.